Today's episode is brought to you by Roman.
Head on over to GetRoman.com/rogue and get free 2-day shipping and keep us in business. And you can get to business. You know what I'm talking about.
Listen to him.
Is Indiana Jones a shrine fighter?
What?
I mean, he goes around desecrating temples left and right, right?
He does, yeah.
He's a bad person.
He's
a grave robber.
It's not good science. He is a grave robber. Belongs in a museum.
What he's saying is, give it to me. Yeah. Nobody should emulate him. Nobody should emulate him.
Oh!
Wow. Hey man, we got articles over at themodernrogue.com. This one's by Jordan Breeding, and it's all about how real crimes are just gonna get creepier and creepier.
How do you feel about pacemakers? I mean, I know you don't want one.
Oh, you know, that's interesting, because I know they're life-saving devices that I never want. So it's like I'm against them for me.
Everybody else is
I'm
fine.
against them for me ever needing them, but I'm for them in general. How about that?
Not in my backyard.
Yeah, NIMBY. There you go. I'm NIMBY on pacemakers.
Exactly.
Put that on a bumper sticker.
So not too long ago, it came out how these could be very susceptible to hacking.
Yeah, so pacemakers, of course, they provide electrical stimulation to keep heartbeats regular for people who have heart disease, and it makes sense that they would be Wi-Fi enabled. Then you get an email that says, by the way, there's a recall on your pacemaker.
A company called Abbott a couple of years ago recalled nearly 500,000 of them.
So imagine what a roller coaster ride of reading that email is. You're like, recalled, I just had this installed, you're gonna yank it on out? They did explain that recall means you gotta patch, you gotta hold up a thing to update your firmware. That annoying thing that your PS4 is always doing, you have to do for your heart.
Yeah.
Imagine this, all of a sudden there's a security opening where somebody can write a virus, some script kiddie 15-year-old, and then Wi-Fi is up and everybody's heart starts going to like the beat of the Macarena. The Macarena, that's a current reference.
Instead of Wi-Fi enabled, I would want just like a lightning port or something like that, like my nipple. Just like.
But think about this, man. We're entering an age where we have brain implants, where we have insulin pumps and all that stuff. All of them are going to be connected. Literal viruses that can kill you like the common cold.
Yeah, they can get in there and, like you said, start playing to any beat possible or just shut it off.
So how scared are you by all this?
I'm not scared because I don't have one, but if I did get one, I would probably be walking around with like a Faraday cage jacket so that no one could get in.
Can you imagine a future where everybody has like awesome cybernetic contact lenses, and then you're at a concert and somebody presses a button and suddenly just everybody goes blind?
Oh, I'm not just imagining it. I'm thinking it's going to be a certainty.
Oh, I thought you said, I'm not just imagining it, I'm building a better future. Excuse me. This sounds like it's straight up out of a cyberpunk novel, but tell me the true story of how gangs used drones to prevent snitching.
Well, they may not have, but they used the fear of drones. In Rio de Janeiro, one gang said, hey, we've got drones. If you are caught talking to the police, we're gonna kill you. And there were drones hovering around the Rio police department.
This is brilliant. You invent a legend that suddenly is reaffirmed because, of course, drones are coming and going all the time. And then every time you see a drone, you think, oh, that's for me.
Yeah, and drones are still in that technological liminal zone where they're still thought of as the boogeyman.
Oh, sure,
right?
sure. As a matter of fact, I told you the story. Our drone that we played with here on the Modern Rogue, I was taking for a test run out in the green belt of the backyard, and our neighbors started shooting at it.
I was there. They definitely started shooting at it.
I definitely called my neighbor an and told him to knock it off.
Yes, you did. And it was awesome. And they knocked it off.
They did knock it off. Nowadays, I'm seeing stuff for upcoming security perimeter drones. It's a little thing that sits on a charging pod. Every 15 minutes, it gets up, it does a perimeter sweep, it tracks thermal signatures and says, oh, that's a person. Let me just track them for a little bit. Drone technology is getting freakier and freakier.
Oh yeah, the ability to harm people or defend yourself with a drone is coming into the hands of civilians pretty quickly. As we record this, just recently they had the attacks in Saudi Arabia on the oil refineries, which was kind of catastrophic.
Oh, absolutely. And those are, of course, big giant drones. But meanwhile, security specialist Gavin Becker has said that he feels like it's an existential threat. Anybody on stage anywhere giving a speech, giving a concert or whatever, imagine just a swarm of drones, even if they don't don't have explosives or guns on them. Just, I mean, look, man, my hand got chopped up by a drone.
That drone was unarmed, and it still did some damage to you.
Yeah.
Can you think about drones directed at someone like on stage or a crowd of people? Just a bunch of bladed drones?
I'm just gonna melt down into a puddle crying right now. What are you doing?
What
are you doing?
Oh.
You're working for them.
Am I making it happen? Am I putting it out into the ether?
So yes, the threat of drones being used for malfeasance is escalating, but we're also seeing innovative solutions. We've talked about the fact that eagles are being trained to snatch drones out of the sky.
Yeah, and
there are net launching cannons to just wrap them up.
That have like shotgun shells in them or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that? Yeah, so a lot of anti-drone measures, but as you know, I think the threat is going to get much worse before the defensive measures catch up to speed.
We're just gonna put a dome over the entire Monorogue World headquarters. It'll be fine.
How scared of drone attacks are you?
Very scared.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's still pretty gnarly.
Yeah, still, it's healing. So are you worried about it?
Absolutely not.
Really?
I mean, I know it's gonna happen, but I'm not concerned about it myself.
Just feels like something that'll happen to somebody else?
Also, I kind of want to fight a drone. Like,
No, you
not
don't.
with our lightsabers.
No, you don't.
Oh! Oh, we have the best jobs.
How credible do you think this one is? The idea that somebody can, it sounds like something out of a freaking action movie, like a hacker pulls out his phone, beep, bop, boop, I control the plane now.
Yeah, John Travolta's got his gun to Hugh Jackman's head, and he's like, hey, control the
I
plane.
can't control the plane. He's
Yeah.
like, you better fix
Yeah.
it.
That's some Mr. Robot level. Let me pull out my phone. Okay, I hacked this plane.
Here's the thing though, that just because that's so outrageous, just because that's so Hollywood and cartoony doesn't mean that it's not possible. In 2013, there was a proof of concept where they pretty much showed how you could kind of do that.
A German security researcher by the name of Hugo Teso, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, built a bunch of hypothetical frameworks. He didn't actually hack a plane, but he demonstrated how it was very possible.
Yeah, he created a credible scenario where it might happen. I think this one's just too far out there for me to really believe, but of course, I'll say that up until somebody does it, and then I'll be very sad.
But you're also well aware that most of the systems used by planes in the air and the air traffic control systems are woefully outdated.
Yes, but if I were to guess what the #1 cause of airline disasters are, it would be human error. As things get more automated, they become more safe and secure, and of course humans become more complacent relying on the technology, and of course that opens stuff up to cartoon hacking.
The security of these systems is very much just like a lock. As we know from my experience with a lockpicking lawyer, they're
wish you hadn't
only
told me
for
that.
honest people.
Oh, no, that means none of them work, and the lockpicking lawyer can take all of them.
Exactly. There's always an exploit.
Yep. All right, that's now my #1 fear.
You fly a lot too.
You used to. Much like the using a cell phone to take over a plane, this sounds straight up like out of a video game. In fact, I believe it's out of Metal Gear Solid, but the idea is that you create a virus that everybody catches, but it only kills one person.
Yeah, and the implications of that are nightmarish. If you just extrapolate outward, that's a recipe for genocide right
So
there.
think about this. I wonder if the defense becomes that it's much like updating your antivirus software. You make a habit of, well, it's been a couple years, I should probably update my genetic code. So I don't want whatever that disease is to kill me this time.
Yeah, because we're just now getting to the point where we can map out the genetic code. And so in mapping that, you're able to find weak points and targets of whoever you're looking at. The craziest part is that it seems like it's already starting. There are viral design sites that virologists can go online and sit there and manipulate the proteins and everything to make a very specific cure or ailment.
Well, I don't think that the scientists are doing the ailment. Certainly this is all at the research phase, but ain't no reason it can't be used for evil.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they've been crowdsourcing solutions. And so if you can go in and fold a protein just the right way, then you can make a virus.
That's terrifying. Like, is your DNA information public? Like, is it illegal? Ooh, talk about future crimes. Should it be illegal for somebody to take a sample of your DNA without your permission?
I think there are probably already laws for that in place, right? I'm not sure about that.
Post those in the comments, my friends.
Yeah, yeah. All right, what's the most dangerous thing you can think of 3D printing?
Another copy of me.
Agreed.
No, 3D printers are the ultimate boogeyman because we've already heard the stories of people making weapons from 3D printers. Right this moment, a criminal can download a 3D printable image of one of those skimming things that you put on the front of an ATM.
We've already demonstrated you can use a 3D printer to replicate keys, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, and I suppose that we all want 3D printers to continue to grow and be more useful and universal, but also, how do you stop everybody from doing it? You don't DRM it, because we all know that DRM can be broken.
Yeah, you're going to have just infinite plans for infinite diabolical devices available online for free that people can print up with just uploading it to their 3D printer and pressing go.
This is the one that feels close enough to happening right now that it might be the one that is scariest to me. Not because of it's the most existential threat, but because it's here. It's here and it's happening right now.
We've already seen people printing 3D handguns. Just extrapolate out from that. What else could they make?
Yeah, like a D20 with Comic Sans font on it.
That is also a crime, but I was thinking, what about anti-aircraft guns, artillery?
High heels, 3 feet tall.
Okay, that
Pogo shoes.
That too. Cars that maybe you think is a legitimate car, but was really just some jackass in his garage who printed something up and it barely
Choker
works.
collars. They're gonna come back.
We're not on the same page here, are we?
No, I guess not.
Jenkos!
Jenkos!
You can print limitless pogs! Limitless pogs!
Now we're on the same page. It's a nightmare.
I got there. It took me a minute.
Anyway, the future, terrifying. If you want to read more, head on over to themodernrogue.com. Oh my God, everything's gonna be terrible.
Drone strike. Drone strike for Brian.
3D print, go away, drones.
3D print anti-drone swarm.
3D print, patreon.com, 3D print, go away, drones.org. Why is it that everybody else is too chicken to talk about erectile dysfunction?
You know who's not? Brian Brushwood.
Well, I mean, it's not rocket science. It's like you got a part of your body, 50% of the population, that's all like floppy most of the time. And then sometimes you want it to be strong like bull. And then you hit the age of 40, and then over 52% of the population suddenly only mostly full, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
everybody keeps it a secret. They're like, I don't want to talk about it. Last thing I want to do is talk to my beady-eyed doctor.
You don't
about
want
it.
that, yeah.
Well, guess what? We live in the 21st century and we have Roman.
You don't gotta be soft anymore, man.
That's right, man. And somebody's like, hey man, I ain't got no problem with it. Shut up.
Whatever.
However close to strong like bull you want to be, you can be closer to that.
Yeah, you don't have to put a stigma on it to where it's something to be ashamed of. You can get it taken care of in the privacy of your own home.
I agree. Boners are rad. That's right, we said it, we're not ashamed.
I'm standing by that.
We think that anybody who wants a boner should have one, and
Yes.
we think medical science can make it possible, and we think that you can support our show and save some money if you head on over to getroman.com/rogue.
Yep, you go online, you get a doctor's appointment that you can experience within the comfort of your own home, privacy and everything guaranteed. You don't have to leave the house. They are certified doctors and they get you FDA approved medication delivered right to your door.
Can you imagine how awkward it would be to ask like your local general practitioner knowing that he also takes care of your wife or whatever, or your kids or whatever? I don't want to do that.
I usually like ask the guy that's behind the counter at Arby's or like Home Depot. None of them are able to help me.
I believe all of this.
Go to getroman.com/rogue, use promo code ROGUE, and get a free online consultation and free 2-day shipping.
Yeah. Plus also you can get back to business.
And keep us in business, but not that kind of business.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like,
sometimes.
business is business.
Business is business.
You're walking down the street, you have an anti-drone swarm around you. A bunch of tiny drones that are constantly looking for a big drone, trying to come for you, then the tiny drones go hit the big drone.
Oh, that's like a special attack in an old video game. You save that up and you hit your special button.
Dog,
and
all
then-
right, it's my new Kickstarter. Kickstarter.com/Brian Swarm Drone, stopping drones,
Drone
drones,
security
free V
swarm.
drones, the droning.